Hey everyone, it's Ryzen.
And Liz.
And the Patriots lose by winning. They won 23-16 because of course they did.
They can't even...
And they tried to win, and the Bills were very clearly not trying to win. It became pretty clear when they put in Mike White that they were not too keen on trying to win the game.
Yeah.
There were some weirdly weak throws by Mike White, but whatever. On the plus side, I mean, Buffalo's defense tried, but they have no starters in. But
yeah.
On the plus side, Joe Milton looked ridiculously good, and I don't just mean like good. I mean he looked like freaking Pat Mahomes. Like, I'm not kidding.
Very athletic.
I mean, he threw one touchdown, really threw like three. He hit. Who did he hit in the end zone? Jennings, the rookie running back, right in the hands in a perfect pass in the end zone, and the guy dropped it. Literally like a really high elite throw. He hit Butte going across his body.
It was ridiculous.
In the middle of the field, all the way on the right side.
Ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
From the right side to the middle of the field. And it was a perfect throw between two defenders. Unbelievable throw. Like, that's like Patrick Mahomes.
Just ridiculous.
And Josh Allen throw.
Yeah.
Just literally, guys aren't supposed to be able to make a throw like that.
No.
He hit Douglas on another one where he escaped like three guys in the pocket, ran around, avoided pressure, and then somehow on the run hit Douglas in the chest, who of course dropped it because, can't have good receivers. But hit him right in the chest. And it was two holds anyway, but just unbelievable throws. The film on Milton's going to be great. There's going to be offers.
I would assume that there will be some teams making great offers.
Probably some pretty high ones because...
he played really well.
He didn't just look good, he looked like elite good.
Yeah, his stats are kind of ridiculous.
He was pinpoint accurate. And this is a guy that is known to be one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in football.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he missed a throw.
He had to throw one ball away.
He threw like 5 or 6 away, I think.
Yeah.
He had one intentional grounding when he tried to throw it away. That was it. I mean, he ran the ball well too. He got a touchdown on a read option.
Yeah. Which was a great play.
Butte caught 116 yards, so clearly he's going to keep his job.
Clearly. Baker caught a pass.
Finally, so did Jaheim Bell.
They both did.
Week 18.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Clear house still, regardless. They should not they should not have won this game.
This feels like a coach that knew he was getting fired, and by all reports, it seems like he's getting fired.
It feels very much like what the announcers on this game said when the Texans won that game a couple of years ago and lost the number 1 pick. It was the Texans.
Yeah, it was the Texans because they got C.J. Stroud out of it.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it didn't matter. You never know what's going to happen. They got literally the best quarterback in the freaking draft at number 2.
Yeah.
So they actually got lucky.
They did.
And it's possible the Patriots end up getting Travis Hunter or Tet. Look, they're going to have their pick of at least 2 of those guys. Either Tet, Hunter, or...
Williams is the other guy.
Yeah, he's the left tackle. So you're going to be able to pick one of them. If they trade out of that spot and lose all 3 of those guys, fireable. I'm sorry, fireable. You have to pick one of those 3 guys because those 3 guys are almost guaranteed to be Pro Bowls level players.
They have to pick whoever the best player is available.
Period.
No question.
You're not going to trade out of the 4th pick and then end up with Jalen Polk 2.0. I'm sorry.
No.
You're not doing that.
No.
Like, you can't. You can't afford to. You have to pick the best available player, whether it's the left tackle or
a receiver
or the receiver.
Yep, no question.
Or the corner gadget receiver.
Just pick them. That's it.
And you need to sign T. Higgins in the offseason, and that's not negotiable. You have whatever he wants. He wants $50 million.
Give it to him.
You have to give it to him.
Yeah, exactly.
You literally have no choice, and you probably should try to sign Chris Godwin too. You should try to sign.
There's
going to
be a lot of guys available in the offseason that they could get.
But T. Higgins is a must sign.
Yeah.
A must sign.
Apparently they really want him too.
If you do not sign, and you better be the best offer.
Yeah.
There is no
being the Red Sox like the Red Sox just were.
So you got to give him the best offer. I mean, if he still goes somewhere else, despite you giving the best offer, fine. But that's beyond your control. But if you give him the best offer, fine. If you lose him because you don't give him the best offer, fireable.
Yeah.
Fireable.
Yep.
You need a number one receiver. It's not negotiable.
Yep.
And you need Tackles. DeMontre Jacobs was out there again today. He was disastrous.
So was
disastrous.
Caden Wallace.
Caden Wallace also disastrous. Yeah.
It seems like the guards and center
were okay. They took a win out
the tackles are just
like the backup guard was playing.
Yeah, the tackles are just they need to
disastrous,
and that's a lot to address.
Cole Strange was fine at center. He can be your center, so you might have gotten lucky
if Andrews doesn't come back,
which he probably won't.
Who knows what he'll do?
Got to get another running back too late in the draft because Stevenson's just not reliable.
I think they need to fire all of the coaches tomorrow
in the front office
and start ASAP because Vrabel's available and seems like he wants to come coach for New England.
Yep.
So
Ben Johnson's also available, and those would be either one of those guys would be a very excellent coach.
Yeah, they would, either of them.
I mean, Vrabel made the playoffs with freaking Tannehill as your quarterback.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Tannehill's garbage, but he's like a mediocre, average quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he beat New England every year.
Yeah. And he had a defense that was playing just elite.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he made Tannehill look good at times.
I'd be happy with him or Ben Johnson as a head coach.
You got to get rid of Covington. You got to bring in. I like them bringing Robert Saleh, but
who knows?
Who knows? Offensive coordinator. I think you got to bring in somebody new. It's because the spacing is just terrible.
Yeah, they really do.
You got to bring in a new front office, a new GM, because
clearly they don't know what they're doing.
Their only draft picks that are any good, it looks like, are Drake May, Joe Milton, and Marcellus Dial. It looks like he's a good player, at least a special team player. And that's it. The rest of them have been just mediocre at best and historically bad at worst.
I mean, you look back at the wide receiver picks for the last 10 years, and probably the best one of the bunch was Malcolm Mitchell.
Yeah, who got hurt and didn't play long, but at least he contributed when he was there.
He contributed in the Super Bowl.
He's part of the reason why they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Outside of him, the rest of them were all... Oof.
And if you go beyond wide receivers, it doesn't get much better, because you got Christian Gonzalez and just about it. I mean, he took Cole Strange in the first round.
Some defensive players have been good over time, but, man, it's a stretch looking at really good ones.
So, anyway, there's a lot of work to be done, and it's going to require, I think, a new coaching staff. It's going to require a lot of players brought in. You basically have to pay whoever the best tackles is, because you cannot have Vidarian Lowe and you cannot have DeMontre Jacobs out there under any circumstance. You just can't have them out there.
And they have like $135 million in caps.
You need to spend all of it.
They can spend it. The question is, will they?
I don't care if you're paying for a mediocre tackle. You need someone. And mediocre is better than hot garbage, because that is what they have at tackle position right now.
These two are just bad, yeah.
And you need number one receiver, and you probably need a number two.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, you probably can't have Douglas as your freaking slot either.
Yeah, that looks real good from what they did last year.
Honestly, your best receiver on the team right now looks to be Boutte.
Which is fine.
But he's a number 3. You know, Douglas is at best a backup slot.
At least he fixed his attitude and has developed.
So, you know, I mean, Hunter Henry's good, and that's like it. That's like your only piece on offense. Maybe you can keep Hooper, and he's okay, but...
He's also getting old.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they also have to figure out running back, too, because they've got Gibson, who's fine, but Stevenson, I would argue they should get rid of.
You need a running back that can create on his own and doesn't fumble.
Yeah.
But anyway.
There's a lot of pieces that they have to figure out.
There's really not much to say. The season's over, thankfully, because it was a disaster.
Yep.
They're definitely worse than last year. I know they got a lower pick this year, but that's just fluky. They're worse than they were last year.
2 versus 4.
It's 3. They had 3 last year.
Oh, whatever. 3 versus 4.
They're a worse team. They're a worse team in every category.
They won 4 games. I thought they were supposed to win more than that. That's what Mayo said.
Yeah, they won the same amount that Bill did, and they won the last one because the Bills were trying to lose.
Yeah. And they beat the Bengals in a game they should not have won.
Yeah. So.
Which is going to bite the Bengals in the ass, I think.
Yeah, it's probably going to knock them out of the playoffs
Which
because,
is hilarious.
because they lost that game.
Yeah, they
in
should have
week
won.
1.
Yep.
Unless Denver blows it to Casey's backups, which I doubt. Anyway, nothing else to really say, so we'll end it here.
That's the end of the season for the Patriots. I don't know if we're going to do any Super Bowl predictions.
Probably not. The camera has been on its last leg, so. Oh well. Yeah, this is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. Sorry for, being a depressing year for the Patriots, but I mean, I thought they would at least be mediocre. But
I thought they would have had like a 500 at least.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I expected a 500 record.
Like 8-8 or something.
I expected
9
at least
8.
6 wins, 7 wins.
Yeah, something.
Not just the floor
Just
to
horrendous.
just continue to be out.
Yeah, just horrendous. I think the only difference maybe between the past year and this year was that
the offense was a little better. I guess.
Some of the like really dumb mistakes they made in the past
on the offense
didn't really happen, but
like you didn't have guys lateraling to nobody.
Yeah, like dumb stuff like that didn't happen, but they just.
But you had an offense that was better, but not really much better, and the defense collapsed.
Completely collapsed. They were top 10 last year.
The only unit that was okay was special teams, and it's just not good.
No, you need all three.
You need something.
Yeah.
And even on offense, the spacing concepts are just terrible.
Yeah. So it's time to start over again.
Yep.
Yippee.
Yay. All right. I mean, if they fire Mayo, we'll probably do a brief thing on that. All right. Take care.